Let's move it over to Singapore. And the world's most valuable carrier by market value says that it may post its first annual loss since listing in 1985. We're talking, of course, about Singapore Airlines. Let's get more on SIA and cross over to Singapore, where Josie Ling is standing by. Josie?
Hey there, Susan. That is correct. And actually, right now, we're seeing headlines cross for Singapore Airlines, so I'll just update you on that first. The chairman, Stephen Lee, is speaking, and he says that Singapore Airlines doesn't expect a rapid recovery. It is also looking to trim costs further. The good bit is that the airline continues to look out for mergers, and it is talking about opportunities in India and also China, but generally cautious about jumping into M&As. Now, all these comments are following Singapore Airlines say that it is facing adverse business conditions, Susan, and says that if this continues, it may have its first annual loss since listing in 1985. Singapore reported a $213 million loss last quarter. This is actually like a $500 million swing from a $250 million profit for Singapore Airlines last year. I blame the global recession, Susan, also swine flu, rising fuel prices, and also specific to Singapore Airlines is emphasis on premium travel, which has been badly hit with a plunge in business activities globally. Checking on the stock now, Singapore Airlines, it is trading something like 0.75% lower in Singapore right now. The benchmark is actually higher by about 0.2%. The stock is up about 18% this year, Susan. That's lagging the SDI's gain of 35%. More bad news for you. We've just heard from the International Air Transport Association saying airlines in Asia and Europe are being hit by shocking revenue falls in that traditional money-making period, which is now. IATA says that sales on international routes are down as much as 30% at the beginning of the June to August travel period. And this is the story from the financial airlines. Checking on one of the Bloomberg's index, and we're looking at the Bloomberg Asia Pacific Airlines Index. That is up just about 25% this year, but actually matching the gains in the MSCI Asia Pacific Index. But let's see how it goes going ahead, given that IATA is saying prospects still look pretty bleak for the time being. Back to you, Susan, in Hong Kong.
Okay, Josie, you're going on vacation for 2 weeks. Hopefully you're flying Singapore Air.
Yes, I am indeed. It starts midnight tonight, back in 2 weeks. You have a great weekend anyway.
You too, supporter of SIA. All right, Josie Ling in Singapore. Up next here on the Bloomberg Edge, we'll cross to Tokyo for more on Mizuho's losses and how investors are likely to react to this news coming up after this break. Also, you can send us your emails during that time, asiaedge@bloomberg.net.
Every question on there, is very descriptive of yourself and what you're looking for.
eHarmony asked me things about myself that needed to be asked.
So I like the system. I like that it does the work for you. It really does.
You just got to take your time. You have to fill it out honestly.
I finished my questionnaire for eHarmony on September 6th, and I was matched up with Lee on October 2nd.